Hi there guys, next one up in our exercise demo series is our push progression or bench progression, but we'll be working through three main ones here. It can be moved into four, but three main ones. Push-ups, that has its own progression to it, to where it's not straight to push-ups. Then dumbbell bench, and then just the barbell bench press. So push-ups first. Push-ups are a really challenging exercise, especially to people who are in for the first time. So the first way we set that up is in a squat rack. So what you want to do is set up the hooks or J hooks round about. You can start at hip height is a good starting point, barbell in there, and then again we've mentioned before in the squat progression one about the smooth bits of knurling on a bar. You want to find those, and this one you can go anything that feels comfortable, but pinky or index finger, middle finger, just pick one to start off with. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. It's kind of all around your personal preference, what feels comfortable. And then from there we want to step out into a nice straight line. So shoulders not directly on top of the bar, not miles behind, mainly just so your head is kind of on top of the bar. Feet back, and then glutes and abs on, so we're in a nice straight line. We're not like bowed either way. And then just from there, it's exact same as if you've seen regular press ups. Pinch the shoulder blades together, bend at the elbow until the torso touches the bar, and then back up. And then you just crack them out. If that's really difficult, that's absolutely fine. These are a very challenging exercise. This is why we love this so much for starting out. It's super simple. Just raise the hooks up until you can start busting out sets of 6, 8, 10, whatever your program says. If you're finding them very comfortable and you can bust them out no problem. Again, this is why we love this, is you can just move the hook down 1 or 2 or more. It gives a lot of adjustability, whereas press ups are usually fairly binary. People can either do them great off the floor, or they can't do them at all, but then off the knee is very comfortable, and there's quite a big jump in between the two. This allows you to change it up quite a lot. So yeah, once we moved on to that, our next one would be dumbbell bench. So grab yourself a flat bench. We love these benches here just because there's nothing else going on, and they're really simple. Yeah, nothing to go wrong. Grab yourself some dumbbells. Start off nice and light. Hand on each one, and then just from there roll back. Feet nicely on the floor, glutes tense, and then arms up. Pinch the shoulder blades together, and then from there just bring the dumbbells down and then press back up again. If you can, bring the dumbbells all the way down until they touch your upper arm, shoulder, torso, wherever they naturally lie, and then up to the top. Want to get as much range as possible. Try not to be half repping them. Get as much range. Weight doesn't matter, range of motion matters. That's the dumbbell bench. One tip on that, actually, just as I thought there, it can be quite challenging, especially once you're when you're progressing onto heavier dumbbells, to sit back up with them. So if you're stuck here, always finish your reps up at the top, and then point the dumbbell so one end is facing your toes. Lift your knees up, and then if you get them to meet, you can just roll up. That looks quite awkward, but it can just be really fluid, and you can just sit up like that. And if you carry the momentum on, you stand up as well. We'll move on to the barbell bench press now. So again, next step up. So barbell bench next. Once you smash those two progressions, you'll be onto this, and it actually makes life quite simple. In some ways, the barbell bench is easier than the dumbbell bench because your hands are connected by the bar. The reason dumbbell bench is easier is because you can start at lighter weights. So a traditional barbell is 20 kilos, so that would be a 10 kilo dumbbell in each hand, whereas that can be very challenging. So we can start at lighter weights than the dumbbells. Apart from that, it's the exact same. You want to set the bar up so that it's a bit lower than your hands when they're fully stretched out, but not super on your face. Again, personal preference, but you don't want to be struggling to get it out of the rack. And then from there, just set up as you're about to start a dumbbell bench. feet nicely flat on the floor, heels lightly pressed in, glutes on, shoulder blades pinched together. I would start off with index fingers on the little smooth bits of knurling. Nice and tight. Barbell out, wait until it's stationary, then bend down until it touches your chest, and then just straighten the arms. Make sure we keep the shoulder blades pinched at the bottom, we don't want to relax out, and you're off. Back in. Again, like the squat, nice and confident back in. When it's heavy, you don't want to be like worrying about if it's going back in or aiming one side and then the other, because you'll miss. Just nice and confident, you do your set, back until it hits the rack, and then just relax down. That way you're not going to have any issues where you miss the rack or anything like that. So that's our push progression, bench progression. Any questions on that, fire us a comment in here, or any of our socials, email us. If you want us to look over a form, we're more than happy to do that as well. Just give us a shout, and yeah, hopefully catch you soon.